Okay, let's keep going on this. I'm not sure. I think the camera might have got bumped into a different resolution and it drained the battery real fast. I'll have to check on that. But I got it back going again. Before I turn this piece around, I've just got to get some heat back into it or it's going to have some trouble when I go to turn it around. Still got to get the bottom real flat. See if it wants to move at all yet. Maybe where that yellow really comes in handy. Just gotta flatten the bottom. So I did a series of 3 or 4 reheats while I was messing with the camera. Just a quick flash to keep it from cracking. It seemed to work out okay. It's also nice when you got the hot glory hole for this stuff. Not to check that camera. You just got to watch every little thing. It's got a couple levels of resolution above 1080p for some reason. I'd like to be able to set up some preferences that don't ever allow me to do certain things on that thing. Yeah, now it's moving. Newspaper stuck on there. Right there. See if I can burn it off. Looks like it only stuck to one of the colors that's on here. It's kind of funny. I'll tell you the way different things react. Some things stick to newspaper a lot worse than others. Looks better. It's amazing. That stuff doesn't completely disappear even after all that heat. I threw some advertising sections from the newspaper in the glory hole that I didn't want to use for newspaper. The stuff is so glossy and you can even still see it back there. I mean, it's probably 2,000 degrees in there and it's like these white flaky sheets back there that haven't lost their shape that much, you know, completely anyway. God, I wonder what the heck that stuff's made out of. Myself something to aim for here. This piece is pretty long. I want to get the top part nice and hot. That doesn't crack. I'll do this a couple times. I'll do it a couple times because it's been in and out of the glory hole so much. I do like having that remote down there to be able to see that things are working or not. One thing I need to do is learn how to turn off the LCD display on the camera. I'm sure that's just draining the battery like crazy. What I'm hoping is that they were smart enough to set something up where as soon as you hit the record button, the LCD goes off. So I just need to have that on in the preferences. It's definitely hot enough now to move around. Okay. Back in business. With enough marvering, you can keep something pretty straight. And there were some sections on this that didn't want to stay straight. These pieces of purple seem to want to blow out more than the other colors. That's what I was noticing. I got plenty of heat up here. It's not just cracking like crazy, it's actually bubbling up a little bit, which is nice. Smaller tweezers took a little bit more convincing. Just get it in there. Pretty straight. This piece is all going to be about the color. Color came out okay, then it's going to be all right. Looks real straight up there, so I'm not going to mess with playing with the tweezing it out at all. If I had another nice color for this, which maybe I'll use that green. I'll just sprinkle some green around the top here. I got to get that real hot. Almost looks like a lip wrap when you do that. Green is pretty sticky. I think I'll be able to get plenty of it on there. One thing I don't want to happen is that I close the top. So I think I'll go ahead and open it up a little bit. Now, when I open it up here, I'll use the torch to really get it hot. I don't really want to open up very much at this point. Advantage there in getting it real hot. flash that whole piece. It's got one edge that wants to go out on me a little bit. I don't know what that's all about. Gotta make sure I didn't close that thing off. Now, I want this taper to start fairly far back inside here, so I'm going to have to reach in there pretty good with the jacks. Start widening this thing out, and that means I need to heat it pretty deep too. There it goes. It wants to, the very end of this thing really wants to go. Not sure what that's all about. So I got to kind of turn slowly, or it's just going to go like crazy. Wasn't expecting for it to open out like that. That was not my intention. That's kind of funny. I didn't mean for that to happen at all. That's where it's a little thinner, I guess, and it's just taking that heat and flying. So I may just go ahead and flute this thing because it's kind of looking funny now. That looks pretty good. I think I can reheat it real quick in here. Ugh. Shit. Getting the bottom way too wet. Oh yeah. Huh. No, it's just cracking like crazy down here. Oh, that's it. Shoot. It's a goner. It's hard to believe. I needed to hit it again with the torch. Do what I can here. It's like it hit a wet spot down there in the in that fiber blanket. So it's just gone to crap real fast. Oh, I know what it was too. When I was adding that water just then, I got a big drop down here, and that just about ruined it. So, boy, you just got to be careful every step of the way. This just got a big crack down here now. It's almost healed. It'll be interesting. Now I can kind of hear it with some problems. We'll see what happens. Darn. It's those little steps that get you. You got to take all those little precautions. I did not do that on that piece. Kind of lost interest when I went out there on the top like that. Shouldn't have done that.